Shuwa nakaslem jong udongsan Hima.
Myntri badai peja ke Tnat Bording ke jela Shim sangma hene ke sengi ulali je kendu yo Myntri rang ba ke jela konrat sangma manpen sengau ba ke Tnat MEECL ke terang ba ke sorkar kan ai ya ke jingkular ke ba 4% ba kan ba kli habai dai berkejing siu penkut ya karam jong kane ke Tnat penmi Bording jong ke jela Shushu nagaleng Myntri ke Tnat Bording ula penpawi ke jing Pyrshah ya ke jing temu ban aiwai syaki Kompani Shimet Hagini ki kendiat sengi kalami bon ki jingatai ha kilat patai kubor ba ka sorkar ka don jintmu ban ai waino ya ki jaka sam Bording jong ka jela syaki wei ki company Shimet ha ka ba nagaleng jong ka Tnat Bording Myntri ka Tnat Bording Shim sangma ki penpawi ki jing Pyrshah ya ka ne ki jingtmu ha Shuwa ban Shim ya karai lakan ai ne am syaki company Shimet ka bandai lasai ka sengi Myntri ke Tnat Bording ulai kendo ya Myntri rangba ke jela man pen sengau ya jing Pyrshah jong ki engineer jong ka MEECL bat pen pau bakim kwa ban ai sai ki company Shimet
The views were sought of the power department and the MECL, and the government stated that the 100% of budgetary provision in terms of the guarantee would not be possible, and we maintained and we requested and we urged the government at that time itself that we would would like that the government should give this 100% guarantee, and when the negotiations started between government of Meghalaya and REC and PFC, it was suggested that the government give 50% of budgetary finance and 50% of DF. So on and so forth, the discussions started taking place and negotiations started taking place in terms of certain amount in budgetary finance, budgetary provisions, and certain amount in terms of the distribution franchisee. Our opinion was sought. The power department made it very clear right from the beginning that we urged the government that 100% budgetary provision should be given and guarantee should be given, and we were opposed to the idea of the distribution franchisee. So this discussion has been going on for all these months, and the Chief Minister has convened a meeting of the cabinet to discuss this matter so that we can take a final decision on this matter. Today, I have just gone and met Honorable Chief Minister before the decision is to be taken tomorrow, and as you all know, the association of the MECL this delegation was led by our respected CMD of the MECL, and they met me today in the afternoon, and they also have placed before me and requested me that the matter of distribution franchisee should be avoided and we should go for 100% budgetary provision and 100% state guarantee. So this was brought to me, and I have accordingly met the Honorable Chief Minister today, and I have also once again stressed upon and urged upon him to looking at the fact that the MECL is very much capable with good officers and with leadership like the present CMD, that they are capable of managing these circles, and we do not need to give this distribution franchising because MECL would stand to lose in the long run. And urged upon the Honorable Chief Minister today. So the meeting is going to take place tomorrow, and I've had a very, very positive meeting with him, and he has assured me that he will definitely be looking into this matter, and before we come to a decision tomorrow, we will take up this matter in a meeting and discuss this with our cabinet colleagues, and I'm very positive of the discussions that we've had with Honorable Chief Minister. So I just wanted to, it's very important that the MACL, the kind of directions that reforms are taking, we are very positive that we will see an active turnaround in the future. And I have assured the Honorable Chief Minister that that the MACL will be moving in that direction as one team, as unitedly, to achieve the goal of turning around the MACL. So this is to put it in a gist, this is the discussion that we had, and we look to a positive outcome tomorrow's meeting. So if there's any question.
The genesis of this pre-condition came about looking at the financial situation of MECL. MECL's annual revenue is around 900 crore, whereas our loan itself is 1345 crore. The REC felt that, REC, PFC and MOP, they felt that we are not in a position to repay the loan, service the debt. So that's why they put this additional conditionality of 25% distribution franchisee. Should it take place, Meghalaya will be the first state to have given this distribution circle as a distribution franchisee under the Atmanirbhar loan. Will be the first state, and no other state has been imposed on such condition by the union government.
Yeah, if you look at the injection, the circles in Garo Hills, distribution franchisees are already operating, as you all know, in Dalu, Nangal Bibra and in Phulbari. So these distribution circles are already there. There is 19% total injection for Garo Hills. Out of that 19%, 25% of that 19% is already under these DFs. So if you minus that 25% out of 19%, you're left with 14%, 1/4. So now if you look at, if we are talking about 25% of injection that is required by REC PDCL, in terms of the Atmanirbhar loan as a guarantee, so we can only, if we were to give 100% also, that would only constitute to about 14%. So it does not make sense, even though the AT&C losses may be much higher in Garo Hills. So even if we were to give the entire 100% of that 19%, which includes 25 plus the remaining 14% injection, that would only amount to 14%. So it does not make sense.
Today in the late afternoon, I had a meeting with the Honorable Power Minister and the Chairman of MECL. And the discussion was regarding the distribution franchisees, which the REC has put in the conditions for the Atmanirbhar loan to be sanctioned, the second tranche. The MECL and the Power Department for almost 3 to 4 months now have been discussing regarding this issue about giving 100% budgetary support for the 1,345 crore Atmanirbhar loan that has been given, which is also one of the conditions put in by the REC. But when this condition was put in, the finance department felt that the state government and the finance department should not take the entire burden of this loan, and some part of it should also be put on MECL's shoulders. And hence the finance department felt that at least 25% of this loan repayment amount should be in some way or the other incorporated into the overall improvement and efficiency of the MECL. And that is where the REC proposed that certain distribution circles can be then given for management to the REC. Now, this has plus and this has minus also of it. The plus side of the whole thing is that the government if decides to give the entire guarantee for this loan, then the distribution franchises will not be given. But the negative side of this is that if that were the case, then government has to pay additional 580 crores in the next 10 years. And if we go ahead with this, then obviously some of the circles will be given to REC for management. But at the same time, the finance pressure will be lesser. So therefore, there is a plus and minus to both of these. And the discussion along with the minister and the chairman revolved around the point that if the finance department agrees to give full budgetary provision, then MECL also has to agree to certain terms and conditions on how we can improve the overall efficiency of MECL. Therefore, on those points, the Honorable Minister informed me that he had a meeting with his officials also, and there was a discussion on how this could be moved forward, and some proposals were given. Now, these proposals definitely have a lot of merit. It was a very positive discussion, but since this matter is going to be discussed in the cabinet tomorrow at 12:30, so therefore we will place it in front of the cabinet, and accordingly the cabinet will take a decision tomorrow on how we should move forward. But the power minister, the department, and MECL have once again appealed that none of the distribution circles should be given out as a franchisee, and they have again requested the finance department to take the entire guarantee of the loan. So we will positively examine this, and we will do what is in the best interest of MECL and also in the best interest of the state government. So that was a discussion. It was a positive discussion, and a lot of positive suggestions came forward. But as mentioned, the final decision will be taken tomorrow in the cabinet meeting at 12:30.